Good morning. Welcome to my YouTube channel, y'all. I'm just trying to become a YouTube star. I'm tired of being in the hood. Anyways, today we got some vanilla wafers and we got a good story time. This situation, because this situation was like very core for me and my friend Wayne. I don't know if I should be opening these cookies while I'm talking to y'all. And can y'all even hear me? Okay, so let me open my box. Welcome to a chaotic story time. So, I love vanilla wafers. But let me put that down. I pick up my laptop because I made notes on the story time because, baby, we wasn't never going to get through this. This is a story time about me moving my best friend in with me and her becoming a best friend from him. And the whole ordeal just going like how everybody told us it was going to happen. But we swore it was not going to happen that way. Anyways. This happened 4 years ago, so I feel like the statute of limitations done expired on the situation, so I could talk about it freely now. I don't mean her no harm, she don't mean me no harm, but I don't want to foreshadow too much. Let's get into it. If y'all see my pit bull or hear my pit bull, I have a pit bull, so sometimes on this channel, you might see or hear my pit bull because I have a pit bull. Right. So, I moved to this house in 2019, the end of 2019. I moved here to help take care of my grandmother. I live in my grandmother's house. It's just really big, and I was the only person at the time who was living here. My grandmother had just passed away. Okay, cool. I'm gonna just finish chewing because this feels like a mukbang. With that being said, me and my friends Zoe is very, very close. We could call this girl, we call her Watermelon Drea. I'm only saying that because I got this pink watermelon nutcracker right here, and Watermelon Drea is just gonna work. So Watermelon Drea, and then you have Wayne, my best friend. We can talk about Wayne, and Wayne could just be Wayne. So you have Watermelon Drea, you have Wayne. So Wayne and Watermelon Drea was supposed to move into this apartment that's on the second floor of my grandma's house, and I was gonna be living on the first floor, and we was just, cause again, it's a lot of space in my grandma's house, and there was no like tenants or anything. So they was just gonna be the tenants, like, you know, instead of having strangers move in or whatever the case is. They had their little jobs. At this point in 2019, we was all turning 21. Guys, her mother was being crazy. Like, it was COVID. So the world is shut down. Her mother is being crazy. Like, I'll never forget, that girl called me crying, like Watermelon Drea on the phone crying, boo-hooing, talk about her mama is leaving, post-it notes telling her to get the hell out of her house. When will she just freaking move? I was also bored in the house because, again, it's COVID. So I'm in the house like, yeah, why don't you just come over here now? And granted, like I said, the apartment, like the second floor apartment that she was supposed to be moving into, it was not renovated yet. So it was just still not really livable. But where I was living on the first floor with my grandmother, or lack thereof, now that my grandmother had unfortunately passed away, R.I.P. my grandma. So I was just like, girl, you can come move down here. Like, it's more than enough space. We got an extra mattress set up and everything. Like, you come move down here, we gonna be good. That's fine. She made up shop in the living room. Everything was supposed to be fine. It was supposed to be like a never-ending sleepover. And again, it's COVID, so it's just like nothing, like it's nothing to do. And also, she was getting unemployment. So as soon as unemployment and all of that stuff started happening, they can't be choking all outside. And I'm trying to get out the hood. You see crabs in a barrel. So everything was supposed to be cool. She had her unemployment, so we had the money coming in. And that's one thing I'll give her. She used to be very like one for all for one. So like if she had $300, she was acting like we had $300. Like, I didn't have no job. I was just, what was I doing? I was looking for a job or something. I had just dropped out of film school because I'm like, I wasn't in film school. I had just dropped out of film school right before COVID happened. Anyways, so I was just a broke ex-college student. So she was just like, you know, doing shit, and she wasn't doing important shit. Like, she wasn't buying groceries for my house. She was not buying things for my house. What she would purchase is like stuff that she already wanted, like, or stuff that she wanted me included. If she wanted to go outside for drinks and shit and she knew I was broke, she would pay for me to come up. If she in my house all the time, smoke all the time, we gonna be smoking together type shit. If she went to the liquor store, get a bottle, we would have the bottle together. Oh, I can't say that because Kayshawn be saying apple juice. I know that's not for no reason. Oh no, she only say apple juice when she talk about underage. Cause I'm not playing with these YouTube restrictions. Anyway, yeah, if we want to get alcohol, I think we get alcohol. Anyways, what am I thinking about? Oh, laptop. Perfect. Okay, so this is when things started getting bad. So this is when things started getting a little bad. So I asked that girl one day to do the dishes, because one thing about it, she slept in. Like, that girl would sleep until 3-4 p.m. if you let her. I used to wake up early. I'm naturally an early riser. I'm up 8-9 in the morning. It's nothing to do. I'm cleaning, because I had just moved into my grandma's house. My grandma's house very old. I'm sure y'all still be seeing like my grandma's house falling apart type beat. Okay, cool. As is like the average brownstone. It's always something to clean. It's always like, it's so dusty. Like, it's always something to do. So I used to be up for the most part, just like entertaining myself, just trying to like clean this or fix that or do whatever the case is. Until she woke up, and then we would just entertain each other. I asked that girl one time to go do her dishes. That girl looked at me and said, "This not my house, this your house. I would do the dishes if this my house, but this your house. You don't have to do the dishes at my house. You don't have a house." Anyways, those things like that I did not say. Like, and honestly, I took a lot from this girl now that I think back on it, and it's like gonna be so much stuff that I just have to say, like, I didn't do anything about it. I like kept washing her dishes like a peon, because I thought that was love. I thought it was love, y'all. Yo, let's get into it. I'm about to start getting mad all over again. I'm on my period. If you know me, you know my period takes me out. Like, I don't care how nobody else feel on their period. I don't care if you could run a marathon on your period. I don't care if you could move a mountain on your period. I don't care if you never have to call out of work for your period. But I cannot do anything on my period. I cannot be bothered on my period. With that being said, I'm on said period. I'm in the kitchen making French toast because I'm just trying to make something real quick so that I could eat and then take me some medicine. Because I don't want to keep taking medicine, Tylenol, Advil, all that on an empty stomach and not mess my stomach up even more, because my stomach is already the problem. This girl walks in the kitchen, watermelon Drea. She looked at me, she said, "What you doing?" I'm literally sitting down. Like, I'm sitting in the chair. I got the chair at the stove because I cannot even stand. Like, that's how physically ill I am. I'm flipping the French toast. Oh, nothing. I'm making me some French toast. This girl, watermelon Drea, gonna look at me and say, "Can you make me some?" Yes, watermelon Drea, I can make you some French toast. It was only 2 pieces of white bread left. Okay. Oh, no. It was 3 pieces of white bread left. Can't be forgetting the details. It was 3 pieces of white bread left. I was only making me 2 pieces of French toast in the first place. She want 3 pieces. All right, watermelon Drea. She want 3 pieces of French toast. I'm like, okay, it's only 1 more piece of white bread, so I'm gonna give you 1 piece of white bread, and then you're gonna have to have 2 pieces of like the honey wheat bread French toast. This girl looked at me and said, "If it's 3 pieces of white bread, why can't you have 1 piece of white bread and I have 2 pieces of white bread, and you have 1 piece of honey wheat toast and I have 1 piece of honey wheat toast? Why do I have to have 2 pieces of honey wheat toast?" I'm literally sitting in the chair, like, feeling so attacked, like my 2 pieces of French toast was kind of non-negotiable. Like, you just woke up in here on me making this already. Why would I have? And again, she had a job. Like, girl, you could have bought you some French toast. Anyways, I'm talking to her. I'm like, girl, like, it was being extra. Like, that don't make no sense. We going back and forth over the rationale. I'm like, girl, that's not making sense. And like, whatever. After I finished, I made the French toast either way. Like, I made the French toast. I go to bring this girl the French toast. Her 2 pieces of honey wheat bread and her 1 piece of white bread. I think I just told her that the French toast was done or something. Y'all know this girl looked at me after she had me making the French toast, all 5 freaking pieces, cause can't just have 1 or 2 of the French toast you see somebody else is making. This girl looked at me and said, "I don't want it. You eat it." And she had a headscarf on just like Monique and Precious too. Like, and I was standing there looking stuck on stupid, like, Precious. I was looking like, you can't be serious. At that point, I was starting to get like pushed to my limits. Between the don't do dishes and between the French toast, I was starting to get pushed to my limits. So at this point, I'm starting to call Wayne and vent to Wayne, like, you know. And at this point, it was also like becoming uncomfortable for me because it's like you making me upset in my house, and it's not even like it's anything I could do about it because you're in my house kind of semi-permanently, like, you know what I'm saying? You're never going back to your mother's house. We was just waiting for COVID to be over so that the contractors could come back and finish the apartment upstairs so that she could just move upstairs. But we still was going to be in the same building. Like, I'm looking at my future for Faith. But I'm also thinking like, okay, in the future, we won't be in the same apartment. We'll just be in the same building. You'll be on the second floor. I'll be on the first floor. That should be enough space for it to not be any problems. It wasn't enough space. I'm getting ahead of myself. So now you have, what do we have? Oh yeah, so now, after that, we was arguing about something. But again, like, after the French toast thing, and after like the don't do dishes, and those are just the two things that burned into my brain so hard that I would never be able to forget it. But as things are getting more and more tense, this girl, started arguing with me. We started arguing with each other. We was going back and forth so bad. So bad. I can't remember what the situation was, but I took a pot out of my grandmother's kitchen, and my grandmother have a big glass wall. Sorry, Grandma, I really lost my temper. I took that metal pot, and I chucked it at the glass wall. And I'm not even that type of person. I was closer to that type of person when I was younger. I'm not that type of person that would just literally physically lose all control. Like, maybe verbally I might do a little something too much, but I'm not going to start being violent or aggressive physically. So, like, looking at that, like, seeing that on myself was just like, things are getting, like, worse. Things are getting worse, because I don't even act like that. And I've had people make me mad before. So, it was just like, anyways. After that, this is when I first noticed that she was specifically jealous of the friendship that I have with Wayne, which I thought was really weird because we all went to school together. I don't know, I just thought the Wayne situation was a little weird, but basically Wayne had came over here one day. He is in my basement, in my grandmother's basement, and he's getting a tattoo done. He found some tattoo artists to do like a chest piece tattoo. He's down there, they doing a whole tattoo session. They done damn it turned the basement into a tattoo shop. He's down there getting his tattoo. Okay, cool. I'm down there with him. Me and Watermelon Drea is like going back and forth down there because we siphon and like chopping it up, all this type of stuff. You know, we just got company. Wayne doesn't usually come over because he's usually with his family. So we down there with him. I can't remember how it came up, and I can't remember who brought it up or why it was brought up, but it was at some point brought up like, oh, who was the funniest person I know? Rajane, who's the funniest person you know? Who's the funniest friend you had? And I was like, you know, Wayne is really funny. That really rubbed her the wrong way. And what threw me off is that she didn't say anything about it. And she didn't really start acting anyways, or at least not that I noticed, but maybe that's because I be in my own world. So I come upstairs, the whole next day passed, literally go to sleep, wake up. I done spent the morning, instead of cleaning, I recorded a YouTube video. I've been wanting to be a YouTube girl all my life. I recorded a YouTube video. I wake up, record it, edit it, all of that. I show her the YouTube video when she's getting up. I'm like, look, I made a YouTube video. I made a YouTube video. This girl watched the whole 20-minute YouTube video with a straight face. Like, the straightest of faces. Like, not giving any, like, reaction, nothing. So I'm like, you like it? She's like, I'm like, is you alright? She's like, yeah, I just don't think it's that funny. And she's still, it's crazy because now that I think about it, that girl could have really had like sociopathic issues because she's looked like that girl was looking into me. I just don't think it's that funny. I'm literally like, dang, all right, well. And I just like started going about my day. I can't remember how it came up, but she wound up telling me at some point, like, yeah, like I just really don't like the way that you were saying yesterday that Wayne is funnier than me. I'm like, bro, sorry, Bernie Mac. Like, I didn't know that you was supposed to be the king of comedy. Like she was furious, like angry. This is really all backstory lore. Like, we didn't even get nowhere. Then things started getting so tense between us, as y'all could see. She wound up just saying like, F it, I'll just move upstairs into the apartment and even though it's half finished, like it's not that serious. Like, I'll just make do up there just so that we can have a little bit more space amongst ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. I'm gonna call it. Or I think at this time, nope, because this was all wrapped up by the end of 2022. Oh, but dang, this started in 2020. All right, so that's what happened. So the world started opening up a little bit, and she was like, basically, her uncle is a contractor. He could do a lot of the work upstairs. So her uncle started coming to work on the apartment upstairs, and he got it eventually to a point where it was like, it's not finished, but it's more livable than what it was before. She's upstairs. I'll never forget. I just have to throw this in here because, again, burned it to my brain. Like, this blew me. And another time I didn't say nothing. She's combing her hair. I'm like, oh, let me see my comb when you finish. Like, I gotta comb my hair too. She's like, this not your comb? I'm like, yes, that is my comb. I brought it up here from downstairs. She's like, this not your comb. You don't even have shit. How is this your comb? And why that dug so bad is because, girl, I really do be broke as hell. Like, my whole thing was, you know, I was an unemployed student, and then I dropped out of school. Like, I was literally about to start working the week that COVID hit. But as if, after all of that, you in my family house. Like, I might not have nothing, but I have a family who own property and want me to live in it. More than what some people could say. I'm so mad that I didn't really start learning how to read people down until after I stopped becoming friends with her and a couple other people. So that blew my mind. Things are getting worse. Like, they're just not getting better. They're not getting better. So now we arguing like a movie couple, like literally lesbians. Like, we arguing. This is a different day. I can't remember what we was arguing over. That's how petty it was. But again, things were so tense. We would start arguing and going back and forth over anything because all of the things I just listed were never resolved. We always was just moving past it because what the hell we gonna do? We live here. Like, we was going back and forth. You would have thought we had 2 kids and a marriage license, baby. It was bad. We're going back and forth. At some point, she walks out. Because again, now I'm on the first floor and she's on the second floor. She walks out. I'm thinking that's the end of that. This girl comes right back down. Nah. This girl said, I want to fight. Come on, let's go. What the hell? And also, it's like, I used to be very hot-headish, but I've always been the type of person who, like, have a good head on my shoulders. So, and this girl was my best friend. Like, I told this girl some of my most intimate, like, goals, most intimate, like, fears. Like, I share my very, very intimate thoughts with this girl. And she was just really throwing stuff in my face. And one thing that I was really, really insecure about back then was how I went about conflict. It was never no happy medium of being able to verbally diffuse things or even being able to verbally sort things out, even if it's not diffused per se, but just like resolving conflict verbally. I also was not the best at conflict de-escalation. Like, anytime I would be involved in something or even remotely involved in something, I was escalating it and just making things so worse. And now my dog is eating in the back because he's just a big... I'll stop talking about that. And the biggest thing that I was insecure about was just like being rough and ghetto, not gonna lie. And that's why I go so hard for like the ghetto girls, the hood girls, the around the way girls, cause like black women are the most unprotected demographic, but ghetto black women, y'all just rather see us unalive. Like, I mean, y'all would literally just rather us be exiled and never have even existed. It's like we don't even matter. I really don't like that. After y'all still our swag. Like, to be a ghetto girl from around the way is really like, and then people act like you can't have a brain all the time. Like, it gets nasty. It gets nasty. So that was still something that, like, obviously fresh 2021, I'm still like navigating womanhood and trying to figure all this stuff out. I'm also a very philosophical person. I've always been a very philosophical person. So I'm in the house reading Socrates and Voltaire and Buddhism, Dalai Lama, think about taking my Shahada and gospel music. Like, I'm just doing a lot of trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? A lot of trying to figure it out. And that's also what led me to even drop out of school that first time in the first place. Because, baby, I done dropped out of film school many times. Anyways, so, yeah, she talk about, oh, like, squabble up. She's saying such nasty, like, provocative things to me. She's like, oh, you, like, you know, you ghetto hood rat, like, you know, that's all you want to do is fight me. You know, that's how you give it up, da 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 da. And it's like, girl, you know I'm trying to change. Then she started throwing stuff in my face like, oh, because you just think you so high and mighty. You just got such an ego. You're never going to be like nothing and da-da-da. Like she was just really like saying things to try and get at me. Like, and then also her insecurities was showing now that I look back on it, because it's like, girl, where you going with this? Like, she's like, oh, because you think you so philosophical. You think you know everything. I've never said nothing like that about myself. I'm just getting to learn to even understand what this stuff is. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, it was just a lot. With that being said, I'm telling that girl over and over, I'm not finna fight her. Like, you fake probably just want to go back upstairs. Like, I hold you. You kind of wasting your time down here. It's to the point that I don't walk all the way in my room. Like, I'm telling y'all, she's mushing me in my face. Like really going, like, I never practiced a self-control like that before. Because that girl was really putting her hands on me, pushing me all around and everything. And I'm just looking at her like Mahatma Gandhi. I'm not fighting you, girl. Because also it was just like, I don't just think that's fair that, like, just because you got an attitude and want to fight me, then now we got to fight. Girl, I don't want to take you up and down the street. I'm trying to watch my words. I've been wanting to take you up and down the street for a real good roller coaster ride a couple times in here. And I never did nothing. So you need to just pack it on up. Anyway, I gotta walk her out my house so she could come back upstairs, because she's just looking at like, girl, you already been down here provoking me for like all of 15, 20 minutes. She was down there for a minute trying to get me to play hands on her. Girl, no. When you need that, you'll get that. I open the door. As this girl she gets like right here where my hand is at and the door is at, that girl took her big behind self and watermelon dress set. And when she did that, my hand that was holding the door got crammed between the doorknob and the wall. When I say that, John felt like my hand was broke. Like that rush of pain, I done broken bones before. That John hurt so much. Socked her from the shoulders, immediately, boom, 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 immediately. Mind you, she wasn't expecting that, because again, she was just trying to leave. Like, I think she was just trying to do the most, because it's like, girl, I wasn't even closing the door on you or like pushing you with the door and like that. You just still trying to provoke me. What she didn't know is that the door was gonna hurt my hand like that. I think she just thought that like the door was just gonna do the most. No, girl, like you just slammed my hand in between the door and the wall. Like, it's a hole in the wall in my grandma's house still to this day. I'm about to go show y'all. Are you stupid? And I did not stop. I was on that girl like white on rice. I don't care whatever peaceful ass stuff that I was just talking about 30 seconds ago when I was telling you I'm not fighting you is completely different. We done gone from Martin Luther King to Malcolm X. By any means necessary, I'm on you like grass. I mean belt to ass. We not letting up. Full pedal to the metal, baby. We squabbling. Mind you, it was mad garbage bags in my front like foyer again, because I was still just trying to clear my grandma's house. Like, it was so much stuff in my grandma's house. I was just trying to clear my grandma's house out. It's so much stuff. I'm socking her. She on the floor. She start kicking me. I fall on the floor. Okay, cool. We like doing like literally just like I might have threw one or two on the floor. She might have threw one or two on the floor. I jump up immediately like fast. So I might have just fell and then jump back up. I don't know. But the way I sprung back up was immediate, because it was just like, one, you're not gonna hit me on the floor. Two, I'm tired of fight. I didn't want to fight you in the first place. I got a couple rocks, so if you got a couple off, we finna finish that. And she lost that fight. Bad. The next fight we was fighting like 2 doors, because now I can foreshadow it. The next fight we was fighting like 2 doors because it was multiple times. Right? And it's crazy because when she was provoking me, I'm on the phone with Wayne. And I have Wayne on speakerphone, like, listen to what she's saying, like, she's doing the most, Okay, that also probably could have sparked some controversy between her jealousy about me and Wayne or whatever the case is, because when that whole ordeal was going on, Wayne was on the phone the whole time, because that's my friend. Anyways, so while we fighting in the hallway, Wayne is still on the phone, like, inside my apartment. You know what I'm saying? So, because it's a brownstone. Like, everybody keep in mind, it's a brownstone. If you've never seen the inside of a brownstone, then Google the inside of a brownstone. Like, I don't know what to tell you. But with that being said, even though we was in the hallway fighting, like, we're fighting like 2 dogs, so he could still hear what's going on, or just hear the scuffling or whatever the case is. I run back in the house. I lock my door. I pick my phone back up. I'm like, Wayne, I just had to fight that bitch. Wayne, he's like, what happened? She goes upstairs. She yelling right too. I think she called her sister or her mother or something like that. She go back and forth, or she could have not called nobody. I don't know, because that girl used to know that she was wrong. Yeah. So then, we separated. The day goes and past. I think maybe even 2 days might have went and passed. Please tell me why This girl write me on Facebook Messenger at 6 in the morning. Talk about, do you want to smoke? And I said yes. She was like, okay, you could come upstairs and we could talk. And I said, all right. And I put my slippers on and I went upstairs and I sat in her bedroom and we chit-chatted. And y'all will hear about the chit-chat and all that in part 2. But yeah, this was just the lore. This was the backstory. We still have not gotten anywhere near. But yeah, anyways, toodles. I need some type of I need some let's see. No, I need to start what you call it. Give it to me. I make some chicken soup. I need to make an outro. But yeah, anyways, bye.